Spring has sprung, and so the cats are completely on mouse duty, seeing where they might find a mouse that they can catch, which does not make me happy at all. Well, I'm happy they're on duty. I'm just not happy they have to be, but we're getting our own things done in the house.
This thing, not the best approach, but that's what we're doing for now. Whoops.
That's fine.
Okay. Should go up this way. These are always difficult because they go right to the corner.
Right.
And you have to bring the other corner to it. So the most important corner is this corner. The most visible one. Can you hand me that nail gun?
Sure.
So tricky. What's that?
I'm scared of it, just so you know.
Oh, don't worry, it's not. It's got a safety. You would have to hit the safety. Oh!
What happened?
It came out of the wall because
No
I was
stud.
trying to adjust the positions.
Didn't you nail it though?
Yeah, I did. They're brad nails.
Okay, that was just the start of things. First of all, you missed the part where he had actually cut it once and then it wasn't right. He cut it again. And, you know, it's 2 flights of stairs, which isn't a big deal, except for this type of thing just kept happening. It's too bad he couldn't bring his saw upstairs. And then he gets it all cut right and he nail guns it in and then it falls out. So what he was telling me was he was using brad nails and apparently they're not very long. You know me, I don't know anything about any of this. But it turned out to be one of those days where you're like, why did we decide to do this work? Because it just was one thing after another. Have you ever had days like that? I totally could have edited this. I actually did miss a lot because he just was kind of catching what he could for me while I was doing other things around the house. And so I could have totally just edited this to be the most perfect day doing a molding install, but that is just not how it went. Although I will say now I am super happy now that I see what it looks like. It's just what I wanted it to look like. It breaks up what I need it to break up. So, you know, I am having a lot of patterns going on in the house, or excuse me, in this bathroom, but I really feel like with all of the white that will be going on, because the new vanity will be white, the new toilet will be white, the bottom half of the walls will be white, the top half is that wallpaper, and having the white trim work and the white door, I feel like that breaks the patterns up. And then there'll be, as I said yesterday, you know, kind of the basket beige look. And I'm going for a bit of a spa feel in this bathroom, and everything that we do just makes me more and more excited. But you know what? You have to get through the trials and tribulations of the do-it-yourself world, and there's always going to be problems and extra trips to the store. But I'm just kind of giving you this shot to show you how it looks to have the molding in between that subway tile, which is vinyl, and the ceiling. And then in the corner you see I will have a thin piece of corner molding that goes from the ceiling molding down to the tub or the top of the shower. And I think that's going to really look nice too and give it a nice, you know, professional edge. And what he's doing right now is, because of crooked walls in a crooked house, there was a crooked man. Remember that song? He had to put a shim in there. So that's going to be something I paint over, or whenever we do the caulking, you know, we'll have to do something about that. And he's measuring this spot right here, and that ends up being the biggest problem child ever. What is it? What do I see there?
The wall dips back, so I had to bring it even to that point.
I know, but
But
black under it.
Right. That'll be, we're going to put the caulking as we do on the edges, right? It'll be fine. I have to do it here too. That's what I'm working on here. Is right here, I need to put in a piece like this, right?
Right, but I don't understand. What? Oh, it's a buffer.
It's just a little shim to bring this out because the wall dips.
Okay,
so the two pieces come together, but you're gonna put a bead of caulking on that anyway.
Do you not think it's hot here?
It is hot in here. So now I'm working on this where I don't necessarily want to come all the way down. I want it into the where the molding is, so I only need about half of this.
I thought you had to do this stuff first before you could do that.
No, I got to bring this across and then we come down.
Okay.
Because it's going to come up to this.
Right.
Unless you're thinking I'm going all the way to the ceiling.
No,
and I'm creating.
That makes no sense.
Yeah. So we're both on the same page about that.
Oh, you weren't ready to cut yet. Okay.
So we come down and he's cutting, and I don't know if you can tell on camera, but this piece is very warped. Look how it like lifts at the end. So first he cut it, and I didn't have my camera on it, and I was so disappointed because we did just, honestly, you have to laugh about these things because if you get all upset about it, it just doesn't do anyone any good. So after he cut it, he just, with his hands, had kind of tried to bend it a little bit because he's like, wow, this is warped. And he bends it a little bit with his hands. I'm using my hands like you can see them. And it snapped right in half. So then he has to cut another piece. So he cuts another piece. He brings it upstairs and it's a little bit too long. And so then he brings it down, he cuts it again, and you're never going to guess what happened. Yeah. If you guessed that it was too short, you guessed it. And the other two pieces that you see lying on the bench, that is also ceiling molding, but I have not painted it yet. I need to get some more paint because I'm not willing to use that sticky paint anymore. Then he's like, okay, now what do I do? And I was like, I think you're done for today. I think it's okay. Honestly, I had said we should take Sunday off and not do any work in the bathroom, but it always does feel like, wow, we got hardly anything done. And it was true. We did get hardly anything done, but sometimes you just got to know when you're beat. And we were beat. We didn't have a total loss of a day. We actually went out to lunch together. We had a very, very nice lunch at one of our favorite restaurants currently. I can't remember the None Such Brewing Company. That's what it was called. That's where we went, and it was really lovely. And then before that, actually, he hadn't seen the new Costco. Our Costco is new, and apparently it's the second biggest Costco in the entire country. So I really need to take you guys in there. So I took him to Costco. He actually found a pair of pants and he bought them for $20, which is such a blessing because this man goes through pants. And part of it is we're both kind of minimalistic when it comes to clothing. Him more so, it's pants. He's pretty minimalistic on how many pairs of pants. So they just don't last. They're not built to last for you to wear them, more days than you don't wear them. And so $20 for a pair of pants, if they work out good, I'll go get him one in every single color. So while he's finishing up, not getting to put up that piece of molding, poor guy, I am yet again working with the pillows. When I was down in the basement, I saw a bag of pillows, the inserts that I had meant to bring upstairs. I never brought them upstairs. So I thought, oh, I still have more pillow covers to do. Talk about the longest spring decorate ever. So I am putting this one on, and I was having a hard time with the zipper. I had decided I would put it in our bedroom. I've never done lemons in our bedroom before, and when I say lemons, I'm just putting one lemon pillow on the bed. But we have a very small bedroom, and I really need to zhuzh it a little bit. I work in here now, which gives me some good private space to do voiceovers. But at the same time, I can't have too much in here because it's just messy. It gets messy quick. And you're going to see that because when I do a home blessing that needs to come up next because my house is needing me to just go room by room and not focus too hard on any one spot. Yeah, you're going to see what I'm dealing with in my bedroom. It doesn't take much to get a 9x10 room messy. And so these other two pillow covers, once I get those on, those are going to go in the room where the teenagers tend to hang out. It's the room with the cathedral ceiling that used to be my office. Lately, my husband's been working in there, which is working out good for him, and it's working out good for me to be behind a closed door to get my editing. And Leo has taken a break from mousing, and he is curled up in a little ball on the couch. He actually was curled up on me, and I convinced him that it was okay to lay beside me when I was doing some editing, but now I need to get some work done, and so he had to get ousted. And sometimes if you move him real slowly, like you would a baby, onto the couch while he's still on the blanket, he will put up with being moved. Now that I'm done with the pillows, I'm getting to my laundry, getting that all folded. I definitely want to have that all caught up. I don't want to walk into a new week. You can see Robin rocking on the right-hand side. Isn't that funny? He was watching basketball. Have you heard about the college women's, the girl that's been breaking all kinds of records? So he is watching a game with that for them, for her, to see her. I can't even talk. So that's what he is doing while I get my laundry folded. It's definitely perfect to fold laundry in front of the television. You just don't even realize you're doing anything. I'm not really all that into basketball, but I know he is, and he's enjoying himself, and so that was nice, and we could chat a little bit while he was watching the game, and then I just get the laundry put away real quick, and then I can get on to supper. I'm making a very easy supper tonight, and I definitely will show it to you. I'm cooking some boneless breast of chicken, and we're going to have that on top of salad. And I have a special seasoning that I'm putting on that I'm going to tell you all about. And it really was delicious and reminded me I need to do it way, way more often. But first, I need to defrost the chicken. I don't know if you saw when I wrapped this, but this is one chicken breast, and that just gives you an idea of how big it is. So this will be chicken on a salad for supper for my whole family. Actually, our numbers are low tonight, so it was plenty for 4 people. I'm going to get it defrosted in the microwave. While I'm defrosting it, I'm going to quickly vacuum the study, and then you can also see those pillows. I preheated the oven to 400 degrees, and I am just slicing up the breast so that it's thin. That way I can cook it. It cooked in 20 minutes at 400 degrees. I am just throwing it in a 9x13 glass pan. So what I'm doing is I'm sprinkling my seasoning over the top, and then I'll flip it over onto the pan, and then I will do the other side on the pan. I'm using the Trader Joe's Green Goddess seasoning blend. If you have never tried this seasoning blend, put it on the list because it is so good. It has dried minced onion, salt, granulated garlic, ground black pepper, dried chives, dried green onion, spinach powder, citric acid, lemon oil, lemon juice, dried parsley, and safflower oil. Oh my goodness, this stuff tastes so good. And so then you don't need to put anything else on it. I might have sprinkled a little extra salt on it actually, but this stuff, oh my goodness. And what I love is just to cut it up, put it in my salad, and then I used what is it? I used the Olive Garden Light salad dressing, and I also grated some Parmesan cheese on top to give it the
20
extra
minutes.
I'm at the Olive Garden flavor, and it was so good. When it comes out, I'm going to show you a shot of my plate or my bowl. Oh my goodness. So I have a little bit of extra, and I'm going to have that again today, and I can't wait. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going to get the countertop wiped out so that we can move on with the day. I also need to get my dishwasher emptied, which is the last constructive thing I do this day. Then we have dinner, we watch a little TV, I take my shower, I go to bed. And I did get to talk to one of my sons on the phone, which was also very nice. Okay, I have to tell you about this new show that we found on Paramount Plus. The pilot is the only one that's up, and it was hilarious and awesome, and I love the costuming. It's called Elsbeth, Elsbeth. It was on CBS, or you can find it on Paramount Plus. And Carrie Preston is she plays a lawyer, and she's a lawyer who has great detective skills, but she's super, super quirky. So it says, astute but unconventional attorney Elsbeth Tassioni utilized her singular point of view to make unique observations and corner brilliant criminals alongside the NYPD. So it's all, oh my goodness, it's so good. And there's a woman on the NYPD that they kind of make friends. So I'm hoping that this will get picked up and that CBS Paramount Plus will keep this because it was hilarious. It had kind of a monk feel to it. If you can picture that whole kind of quirky, funny, tongue-in-cheek stuff. Oh, it was amazing. Well, I hope this gave you a little bit of inspiration, motivation, and I love you. God loves you too. I can't wait to see you next time, which hopefully, oh, there's my phone, will be tomorrow.